Hey there, friend. I'm excited to share with you a whole new world of automating development tasks using GitHub Actions right here on TechLab. It's like the Swiss Army knife for your software pipelines, and I'm going to guide you through every twist and turn. No need for headers, markdown, or bullet points today, just pure conversation. Have you ever found yourself running the same manual commands repeatedly when your project changes? I know, I've been there. It's painfully repetitive, wastes countless hours, and leaves room for human error. But then GitHub Actions entered the stage, and suddenly, it's like we've been granted magical automation powers. It's not just a toy for the cloud admins, it's a robust platform that can significantly improve your development workflow. Let's start by setting the basics straight. GitHub is essentially a marketplace for code, right? Well, GitHub Actions takes it a few steps further by letting you create CI/CD pipelines directly inside your code repositories. How cool is that? You can automate not only building and pushing to the production environment but also running tests, linting, and various other development tasks. It's incredibly powerful. Let's imagine we are working on a multi-layered project, front-end, back-end, database, maybe even microservices. You understand the challenge of keeping everything in sync with each other all while ensuring the quality of the final product. That's where GitHub Actions shine, my friend. Now, let's dive into the automation magic. First, you need to create your workflow file. That's your blueprint for GitHub Actions. We simply commit or push a YAML file to the workflows directory of your repository. Inside this YAML, we'll define each job, environment, steps, and much more. Now, here's where I'll guide you with something I often overlook, even with my seniority. Always plan your workflow considering parallel executions and dependencies among different jobs. For instance, you can have a pre-commit hook checking syntax before a linting job runs, or your build job can depend on the successful completion of a test job. Efficiency and logic. You should have probably also heard of the concept of secrets, right? Well, GitHub Actions stores sensitive information securely, just like environment variables but with access control. It's indispensable when sharing repositories publicly or when you are using CI/CD services that require credentials. But here's the clincher, my friend. GitHub Actions are incredibly flexible. You can extend your functionality with custom actions available in the GitHub Marketplace. Imagine the possibilities without even having to write any scripts from scratch. With these, we can automate almost anything on GitHub. Now, let's throw some advanced configurations into the mix. Ever heard about matrix workflows? We can handle multiple types of environments with just one workflow file. Imagine you are deploying your Django app and need to build it for multiple platforms: Linux, Windows, macOS. Guess what? With just one GitHub action workflow, you can achieve it all simultaneously. Further, I urge you to take note of conditional triggers and artifacts. The conditions allow you to decide when to run your workflow, while artifacts will carry sensitive information from one job to another, all without exposing it in your logs or storing it in VCS. But automation goes beyond the creation phase, my friend. Maintenance is key to leveraging GitHub Actions effectively. Keep reading the build logs, handle parallel runs, and remember that actions often require reconfiguration for the latest versions of dependencies. Also, don't forget about using GitHub Actions for security audits, keeping track of changes, and monitoring for unintentional flag in your automation pipelines. And here's that nugget of wisdom I always aim to impart upon my peers: automation is about streamlining processes, not eliminating humans completely. There will always be a need for human intellect to guide, troubleshoot, and innovate. But wait, I've shared heaps of wisdom already, haven't I? Let's keep moving forward and discuss practical implementations and real-world designs. We are going to cover how to automate deployments, handle database migrations, and even touch UIs. The sky's the limit, and it's all right here within our GitHub repositories. In conclusion, GitHub Actions can transform your software development process from something mundane, repetitive, and error-prone into an experience where the only constant is constant improvement and efficiency. And remember, while the journey might seem challenging, I am right here, offering my insights for any of you eager developers out there. Want to dive in more? Explore my deeper dives on the GitHub blog by visiting neeraj.qzz.io, subscribe to TechLab, and keep that GitHub Actions engine running. Remember to check out TechLab for your latest updates and resources. Visit neeraj.qzz.io and subscribe to TechLab. Happy automating!